Well, I was trying to catch up on some filing and make out a few bills until these rejects from the human race came barging in.
Was Mr. Pyle's secretary. He must have entrusted you with a great deal of his business.
In what way?
He went to see Reid, the publisher of the Sentinel, yesterday. How much did he tell him?
Why don't you ask Mr. Pyle? He lives on his cruiser right here in the marina.
Mr. Pyle had a most unfortunate accident this evening. He drowned.
Oh, no.
And that's why I'm so curious to know about his conversation with Mr. Reid. See, I know that Mr. Pyle offered to show something to Mr. Reid, and I also know that he didn't show it. He told me. Therefore, it must be someplace in his office. It's not in the boat.
I'm sorry. I can't help a bit.
The young lady will be our guest in one of the cabins below decks, gagged entire. My apologies.
She appears to know nothing.
She knows about my interest in Pyle now, and that makes her dangerous, too dangerous to release. We'll take a cruise, watch dawn on the water, and return tomorrow evening. Would you enjoy that, Nedra?
Morning, Commodore.
Mr. Delaclaire hasn't moved the Lady Capri to another berth, has he?
No, sir. We helped him cast off before dawn. You can reach him on your ship to shore if you want. But he said he'd be back by nightfall.
On shore! Call the harbor police. We picked up a girl, dead, about 5 miles offshore.
Casey.
Morning, Mr. Reid. Morning. Sure a lousy way to start a fishing trip.
Yes.
With some heavy gusts this morning, she may have been caught by a boom swinging over.
You know who she is?
I think so. She looks a lot like the woman who spent some time aboard the Lady Capri, friend of Mr. Delaclaire's.
We're getting Mike Axford out of a staff meeting.
The Lady Capri is under constant surveillance, both helicopter and Coast Guard cutters.
Good.
Good. I hope you know what you're doing. Delaclaire carries a lot of weight.
This is a Lady Capri, Delaclaire's boat. I had it blown up from the microfilm in Casey's shoe. I asked myself, why would Nat Pyle have that photograph? So I went to the marina to find out, and I found this girl, dead.
Well, that's Glenn Connors with her, but who's she?
Her name is Nedra Vallon, an actress of sorts in European films. She was quite an item with Delaclaire. And this.
This? Well, this is just a list of heavy construction firms here in town.
All controlled by Delaclaire's holding company.
What's the connection between Connors and Delaclaire? Delaclaire's one of the richest men in the world. He's a society figure, press-shy, elusive.
Try this. Delaclaire and Connors are one and the same.
What? How?
The easy answer would be plastic surgery.
Well, that's too bizarre to believe.
Let's get to the truth. Mike, you there?
Yes?
I want no questions, just action. Replate the first page. Top banner. 2-column box story under my byline. Headed, Glenn Connors really dead. Make that a question mark.
But I...
Mike, don't argue, just listen. This is the story. This is a personal vendetta by myself as publisher and editor of this newspaper against Glenn Connors' racketeer. Paragraph. For more than 3 years, our city has thought Connors dead, murdered in the same kind of gangland reprisal he himself conducted so ruthlessly. Paragraph. He is not.
Up in the marina.
Powell was lying. He did sell his material to Reid.
Yeah, but how do we keep Reid from spilling more?
Maybe I can help. You can use some, Mr. Delaclaire. You have a girl aboard. May I call you Connors?
You know that? You know a lot.
I make it my business. I have a proposition. It depends on whether the girl is still alive.
A romance for the Green Hornet?
Let's say I find her useful. Is she alive?
Yes.
An excellent facial transformation. Except for a few hairline scars you'd have to be looking for. Lynn Connors, how did you manage to find and replace Charles Delaclaire? Easily one of the most elusive financiers in the world.
That's what made it simple. No one really knew him except a foreign actress that he was once interested in. She suggested a plan of action, and I took it.
Nedra Vallon. If she was so important to your plan, why was she killed?
I was very unfortunate about poor Nedra. You see, while my men were searching Pyle's office, they couldn't find what they were looking for, but they did find ample proof that she was working with Pyle, so naturally she had to go.
Now all you have to do is liquidate Delaclaire's worldwide holdings. Take the money and run.
That's right. What do I do about Reid?
I propose to eliminate Reid for you.
Can you tell me how you're going to accomplish that?
You step aside, please. Satisfied?
Yes. What do you ask?
The girl free and unharmed.
Agreed.
And 1/3 of the take.
That could amount to millions.
2 for you to every dollar for me, and you'd be completely in the clear. I think I'm being extremely fair.
All right, we have a deal. When?
Later. I have reason to believe that Britt Reid is coming aboard his boat tonight.
How do you know that?
The same way I know about you, Connors. You keep asking questions, and I might let Reid expose you.
I'm sorry, trust is not one of my virtues. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Do you have a chart of the area?
Yes.
I'll dispose of Reid and leave my mark. It will be accepted as the work of the Green Hornet.
Reid berths his boat here.
When you hear the sound of the Hornet's sting, you'll be a witness to his death.
Of course, you realize it may take some time to dispose of Delaclaire's holdings.
I want the girl immediately after I fulfill the contract. The other, I'll collect later. Mr. Connors. Anything, Cato?
He sent a man out to round up the crew.
Better get ready.
Good. Bring the girl up.